So, a slight change in the running order, I believe. KZ2 final up next. Quick check at some of the comments. Kerry Roberts says, Dion, did he have all Cymraeg? Saying, well done you with the Welsh. Well, diolch yn fawr, Kerry, diolch yn fawr. I can only apologise for my co-commentator Anthony's lack of Welsh, but fortunately can't help it, but he's English. There we go. Never mind. So, KZ2. It's Reece Ushijima on pole position. He's not Welsh, he's American, and he's a Formula 3 driver. A guest round here. Charlie Turner, he's not Welsh either. He's the championship leader. He's in kart number 4 on the outside of row number 1. This is one of the best KZ2 grids we've had in a long time, if not ever, in the British Championship. My commentator and karting wife, Anthony, will hopefully be supplying me with grids, or us with grids, as we await him to return after interviewing. Now, you can see him on screen. There he is. He's still faffing about, is he? Is that? Yes, he's still faffing about in the grid. He's opening the gate now, coming onto the grid. Let's have a look at him mincing his way up through the grid there, trying to look cool. He's got his fresh haircut on. He's got his nice white shirt. Yeah, there he is, just walking on the right-hand side of your screen there. He's got his Simon Cowell-style waistline with the belt done up just underneath his nipples. There we go. Now let's see if he's going to turn right. Yes. To go and see Ian Rogers at timing and scoring. There's Reece Ushijima and his Piers Sexton Racing mechanic. The last time Reece raced around with the British Championship was the opening round of 2019 at PFI when he was in X30. And the Piers Sexton Racing team, again, all credit to them for getting 4 karts prepped and set up ready for this round. There's Miles Murphy. Hello, Miles. Miles is a crash helmet designer extraordinaire. For those of you that weren't aware of that, he designs the crash helmet liveries for many, many drivers, including Sergio Perez, George Russell, I think. But also, if he wins, he gets to give his supporter, Luke, a free crash helmet. There's Bradley Barrett, number 6 Sodi Vitesse driver on the right there, just getting his race suit on. Brad is going to be starting the second row. There's Caden McQueen. His car, there's the O plate of Shane Daly. And my karting wife has returned to the commentary box after his little guest spot on the live stream earlier. How are you, Anthony? There's Jack Doohan on screen there. Yeah. He's Australian, in case you didn't know.
He is. He's also got koala on the back of his helmet, did you know?
Yeah, but apparently koala's not the problem. It's
Vegemite.
Vegemite? Love Vegemite.
No, Vegemite's terrible.
No, it's great.
Nice thumbs up there.
You come from a land down under. She just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. She said, you come from a land down under. Dun, dun,
Now,
dun, dun, dun.
I may get outed by the entire Australian continent here if I say.
Australia, if he upsets you, let us know in the chat and I shall give him a beating live on air.
Vegemite is just Marmite, isn't it?
For your own safety, Anthony, I would...
it is, isn't it?
It's related.
No, it's the same thing. They're both terrible.
Oh, dear. You don't... I mean... Okay, we're going to stop everything. We're going to forget the karting. Marmite, love it or hate it. There we go. Please let us know on the thing.
Hate it.
Oh, Anthony, is it?
It smells vile.
Oh, no.
It looks vile.
Marmite on toast. The chili Marmite. Oh, that was really good. That peanut butter Marmite, that's another one that's really good. I mean, the chili Marmite, that'd sort you out in the morning.
I mean, I feel like we're slightly off topic here. KZ2 is on the grid.
I know, but you mentioned Vegemite. You upset all our Antipodean friends. Oh, apologies once again. So, history lesson. Glenagorse has not held a round of the KZ2 British Championship since the start of 2019. James Glenister won the opening round at Shannington. Charlie Turner won round 2 at Warden Law. Glenister is now the modern era all-time winner, all-time win leader in KZ2, 4 wins. Ryan Cannon has 3, 2 wins apiece for Fabian Federer, Dan Kelly and Adam Gleer. 1 win each for Charlie Turner, Brad Barrett, Scott Allen and Joe Charlton. Let's have a little look. The comments are coming in now. You've triggered a few people. Sebastian guessing Vegemite sucks.
There we go. I agree.
Truth, right?
Sebastian, thank you very much. Henry, stop wailing about Marmite.
Right, let's do some karting, shall we? KZ2, the starting lineup.
Yes, indeed. And what a starting lineup it is. Reece Ushijima starting on pole position in this one. Charlie Turner alongside Tom Adams and Miles Murphy. Row number 2.
Row 3, Bradley Barrett and Derek Morgan. Row 4, Katie McQueen and Joe Charlton. Row number 5, Shane Daly and Morgan Porter. James Glenister and Lewis Halliday go from row 6. Row 7 is Rafael Villagomez and Ashley Lewis. Row 7, Hannah Lang and Jack Doohan. Then it's Charlie Cole and Dan Kelly, Dan Gould and Lee Ward. Row 11 is Stefan Bostaniewicz and Spencer Shinner. Josh Price starts from row number 12. Well, we started the season at Sherrington. James Glenister won from Dan Kelly and Charlie Turner. Turner turned the tables at Ward Law to win, with Tom Adams second and Sam Ward, who's not with us this weekend, in third. So, Ushijima, one of 4 guest drivers, who is, well, I mean, not a surprise, but I mean, they're celebrated drivers in Formula 3, and we got more people. Vegemite is awesome. There we go, says Sheldon. Now, Anthony.
Yes.
If Jack Doohan gets on the podium,
yep,
will you ask him whether he thinks Vegemite is awesome?
I will ask him if Vegemite is awesome.
There we go. Well, you're a man of the people, Anthony. You want to know this. The people wants to know. Anyway, there's Reece Ushijima, who's practicing his starts there, and he now will put himself into start. So it's Ushijima, Turner. Oh, we're all having a little practice start, are we? Okay, why not? Not quite sure what the rule book says about things like that, but we're going to do it anyway.
I mean, when in Rome.
When in Rome. Well, when in Wales.
When in Wales.
Yes. Now, there is Josh Price. Let's see. Hope he can get the karts. If anyone needs a practice start, it's Josh Price. So, Ushijima, there he is, kart number 31. Ow. The only time we're going to see him this year, the only time we're going to see him and Doohan and Villagomez, while they're having a break from their regular activities in FIA Formula 2, Formula 3, and at in GT4 Championship. Okay, green flag waves the back of the grid. All eyes on the gantry. Lights are out. We're off and racing. It's a great start from Reece Ushijima, who holds on to lead. Everybody away smoothly, including at the back of the grid, Josh Price for the first time. Thank goodness for that. Let's hope Josh can have a nice race now. Through turn number 2, up the hill they flash. And it is Ushijima leading from Turner, Adams, Murphy up into 4th, then Barrett 5th.
Yep, great.
No, that's Morgan in 5th, I apologise. Barrett is 6th.
Yeah.
Good, clean start, Anthony. Rafael Villagomez gets a warning flag. Well, I'm not quite sure why that is. Maybe it's because he didn't have his race suit on for his photo, his driver photo. Maybe. I don't know, could be. Who knows?
Who knows? Out of the final section then, around the final corner, we'll end lap 1. Reece Ushijima will lead the way for KZ2, race 16 of the weekend from Charlie Turner. Tom Adams still there in 3rd place from Miles Murphy. Derek Morgan, Bradley Barrett in 6th place. Joe Charlton, Katie McQueen, Porter and Halliday the top 10. Rest of the field slotting in. Jack Doohan just off the top 10. Currently P13. He's got Ashley Lewis just in front. And Shane Daly, the O-plate, not the best of starts. He's dropped 2 places.
Ushijima's got a problem.
No.
Is he missed a gear? Was that a missed gear?
I think it was a missed gear. I think it was a missed gear.
And I mean, fair play to everyone who's following the reactions. Oh no, Josh Price is off. Well, I mean, you can't really nominate somebody for driver of the day when they haven't done much driving. But if anybody needs a toolkit to help, it's Josh Price. Now, Ushijima sort of signalling there. Now, what is the problem? A clutch problem, maybe?
I think it was just missed a gear. I mean, you saw how the kart reacted. It dropped, and then it instantly came back, meaning it was just like, oh no, bang, bang, okay, go.
Well, Derek Morgan is up in the 3rd place now. Of course, he's going to be the one that's watching this. If it's a one-off problem, like a missed gear, like you said, Anthony, then he hasn't got to worry. But if it is sort of an underlying gremlin that may or may not may reappear and rear its ugly head again, Morgan is going to have the lightning reactions to avoid running into the back of Ushijima. There is Barrett trying to pass Miles Murphy. So in the midst of all that, we've now got Turner, Ushijima and Morgan in the top 3. Murphy, Barrett and Charlton round out the top 6. Then it's Morgan Porter from Caden McQueen, Tom Adams, who's dropped a little bit. No, not a great start for Adams. It must have been, like you said, maybe a one-off problem. Ushijima now gathering himself together. Fast lap going after Charlie Turner. I
mean, it happened at the most technical part of the circuit as well, so the chances of it being that is, highly likely, just because, so much is happening. Just think, oh, no, I'm sure no wasn't what came out of his mouth when it happened.
Came out of his mouth.
Something came out, yeah.
And, well, here's a question, Mr. Jordan.
Go on.
Charlie Turner.
Yep.
Is leading this race.
He is indeed.
Reece Ushijima behind him.
Yep.
Is not in contention for the championship.
He is not.
A guest driver.
Yep.
Still scoring points.
Yep.
But not a championship. If you're Turner, do you let Reece go, knowing that you're not really costing yourself any championship points to your rivals? Or do you fight and run the risk of maybe a contretemps?
Well, I personally would. I'd fight it. Because then you can come back and say, I had a battle with a Formula 3 driver in KZ2.
Yes,
and won.
But then at the end of the season, and you've lost the championship by 5 points, do you then regret saying
worth it?
Worth it. Fair enough. Not a problem at all. Anthony Jordan, the commentator, not the kart racer, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's a valid point, but we're going to find out. I mean, obviously, I'm being a little bit facetious with that. Obviously, Charlie Turner, he's not going to let anyone go. But when if Ushijima gets a nose up the inside, would Turner give him a little bit more room than he would
because he is a smart driver, is Charlie. He's a smart driver.
Yeah.
And if he can see who it is, then yes.
Speaking of smart drivers, there's Dan Kelly.
Yes.
Passing Caden McQueen, and there's the battle for 4th place. Yes, Anthony.
Dan Kelly was disqualified in Heat 2.
He was?
He was, yes.
Oh.
So he's had a lot of work to do.
Oh, really? I didn't realise he was excluded from Heat 2.
Yes, he was.
Oh, dear. Never mind, it's been a bad weekend. He's going to try and remedy that by starting at the back for his heats. But he is now up into 12th place, just behind Jack Doohan. Morgan Porter, Heat 2 winner, running 5th here behind Bradley Barrett. Porter looks to the inside, no. So it's Charlie Turner leading from Reece Ushijima and Derek Morgan, privateer driver Derek Morgan, on the right chassis, and it is the right chassis for this moment in time. Derek, it's his first season as a gearbox driver, and we've had a switcheroo.
We have.
Yes, Anthony.
Yes.
Somehow, out of our sight, Reece Ushijima has taken it.
And he's gone off.
Oh, no. That is Bogdanovic, who's wearing Reece Ushijima's old race suit. I got caught out with that at the paddock show last night, and yes, but heart attack over. Back to the racing. Porter challenging Barrett, and they are both putting the pressure on Derek Morgan in 3rd. Now, I didn't see where Ushijima went for the move, but he's not only made the move. Oh, there's Porter sort of giving Brad Barrett a little bit of a nudge on the rear end. Just a little tap saying, hello, I'm here. Now, here goes the rest of the field behind him, and you can see Porter looking aggressive there. Is he going to dive to the inside? No, Barrett covers his line. But it's Ushijima, Turner, Morgan, Barrett, Porter, Murphy, Charlton, Halliday, Adams and Daly. One driver who I'm a little bit disappointed with is James Glenister. Really, 13th and sort of not at the races, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Won the opening round.
Yeah.
Round 2 wasn't great in the final, but then again, that was a bit of a lottery with a tyre choice.
Yeah.
Oh, no! Is that Ushijima?
No, that's Stefan Bosniewicz again.
Getting out of the way.
Getting out of the way.
Right. Now we've both made the same mistake.
Yes, there we go.
I mean, I thought...
Makes me feel better.
I thought the only people that were allowed to swap race suits was the Mad Croc team.
Yeah,
because they've got 87 race suits with Stilp. written on the back of them.
Yeah.
But it's a Pierce Sexton racing problem as well.
Duct tape is a wonderful thing.
Yes. But so Ushijima leads by nearly a full second over Turner. Turner is half a second in front of Morgan, who is now a full second in front of this battle. So do you know what? Derek Morgan is looking really, really strong here, Anthony.
He is. He's got some great pace out there, the privateer driver. You know, he's gained 3 places already. Started 6th on the front row, on the third row, I should say. You know, just cracking on with it. And Porter get it done. Now, is that again? His tyres are still okay, as Hannah Lang. It's not gone well for Hannah this season at all, and she's really going to have to step it up going into the second half of this one.
Yeah, and I mean, she was running in the top 15 though, so she was, you know, midfield. But just again, unfortunately, the MK Racing team, who took their first podium in the British Championship with Sam Ward last time out, sadly Hannah out of the race. So we are down to.
Oh dear, and that's Joe Charlton.
No, it's Lewis Halliday.
It's the
other Energy Course kart who is facing the wrong way around. So that was a spin coming out of Devil's Elbow. 7 minutes plus a lap to go. So Halliday will drop to 20th. Bostaniewicz, I think, has retired, or he's 2 laps down. There is Jack Doohan. So we haven't really seen much of Jack Doohan in this race. There is the number 32 kart. He is chasing the 22 of Glenister, who has suddenly popped up into the top 10. Daly is the O plate in 9th, and Tom Adams, the number 17 kart, runs in 8th place. So let's see what Jack Doohan has got to say. And of course, he retired from the opening heat, which then, of course, put him back in the middle of the pack, and he is struggling to get through. The next kart behind him is Dan Kelly. And here comes Glenister. So Glenister is saving all his good speed for the last race of the day. Now, behind him, Caden McQueen fading a little bit as the race goes on. He's behind Charlie Cole. Ashley Lewis is 15th, and then Dan Gould 16th. Rafael Villagomez is down to 18th position. Not quite sure what's happened there, but here's Jack Doohan. Let's have a look at the Aussie wonder kid. Potentially a future Formula 1 driver.
Potentially. I mean,
certainly got the name and maybe the support and the backing. But seats are at a premium at the very top table. But certainly young Jack Doohan is set for a very long and successful career in motorsport. And I'm sure a podium at Glanagorse Park in North Wales would be a highlight as he passes Shane Daly.
He does indeed, yeah. Up the Dragon Straight through turn 2. Gets that move done and moves up now into P10. And again, a good race from this one. We're 5.5 minutes to go, plus that 1 lap. So still plenty of time left in this race. And as we've seen, plenty can happen in a very quick amount of time, or in a very short amount of time, I should say, in KZ2. Miss a gear, it can happen. Yeah, which
we've seen it happen. There goes Dan Kelly passing Shane Daly. So Kelly moving up into 11th place. So the battle on your screen is the number 32 of Jack Doohan running in 10th place. 9th is James Glenister, and Glenister is trying to close in on his teammate Tom Adams in 8th position in the number 17 kart. And Adams, meanwhile, is trying to work his way around the number 37 Moore Racing Demon Tweaks entry of Miles Murphy. You're not missing anything at the front, ladies and gentlemen. Charlie Turner is 1.6 seconds behind Reece Ushijima. However, Turner has now been caught by Derek Morgan and Morgan Porter.
Yes, he has.
So Porter took a long time to get past Bradley Barrett. Once he passed the Sony Vitesse driver, he is motored up the road, and now he's going to try and tackle Derek Morgan and Charlie Turner for a place on the podium.
Well, he's going to try, but you have to remember, like Morgan Porter, you know, he did miss out half of his first heat, so, you know, his tyres are just that little bit fresher.
It is a little bit fresher.
Little fresher, but I mean, he may have used them a lot more while coming through the pack in Heat 2.
Yes, because he's certainly passing Bradley Barrett. He had to be very aggressive on that manoeuvre, but let's have a little look. We've got 4 minutes to go. There's your race leader, Ushijima, through turn number 1, club corner. Turner, Morgan, Porter, Barrett. Then a gap back to Joe Charlton in 6th position. Porter. The key is I think Morgan Porter has even got the pace to probably. I mean, if it was those two karts, if Turner and Morgan weren't in between Porter and Ushijima, then Porter's probably got the pace to catch Ushijima for the race lead. The problem is, though, time is ticking, and of course, every single corner Porter spends behind Morgan, he makes the move. And so every single corner he spends behind these two drivers, or now these one driver, it's costing him time.
Yeah.
But he's now onto the podium, is Morgan.
It's very true, yeah. He's working that Kart Republic chassis to its limits. And, you know, we've seen, especially from last year with double junior champion,
Yes.
the Kart Republic chassis works pretty well.
Yes, indeed. I mean, it's
a fine line of it working brilliantly and not working at all.
And I think that in seniors, in senior X30 and senior Rotax specifically, the Kart Republic chassis isn't quite there yet, and that's what the team is saying.
Right.
That's what Argent is saying. Look, the kart's good. I mean, in juniors, it's an absolute weapon, as proved last year. In seniors, they've just got to find that sweet spot. But I mean, Morgan Porter has found it in KZ2 because he's now motoring away from Derek Morgan, and he is cruising up to pull up on your bumper, baby, as what Morgan Porter's about to do to Charlie Turner.
Right.
That was a Grace Jones song.
Was it?
Yes.
Excellent. No one asked.
Pull up to the bumper, baby.
Excellent. 2 minutes to go then, plus one lap. And like you say, he has just done just that, hasn't he? Morgan Porter is right on the tail end of Charlie Turner now as they go through. Gap now for the race lead, 2.5 seconds, and there's the move. A blink and you'd have missed it, and just straight down the inside there.
Right.
Morgan Porter takes first or second place.
I think it's too much. We've got 2 minutes plus a lap to go. Porter is 3 seconds behind the race leader. I mean, Turner might try, and I don't think Charlie Turner's got an answer for Morgan Porter. The question is, how much of the gap can Porter close? I think that's too far. I mean, that's wishful thinking, that is. Of mine, trying to say that he could catch Reece Ushijima.
You're saying it. He's already pulled a kart length away from Turner.
Yes, but he's got, well, it all depends if Reece, Reece has missed one gear. All it takes, you miss a gear, and that's it. So let's have a little look. 40.65 last time around for Reece Ushijima, 40.71 for Morgan Porter. I mean, if nothing else, Porter is going to absolutely blitz probably his own personal best lap. Well, no, 40.40 is Porter's best lap. Here's a battle.
Yeah, it's a nice little scrap here. Who is this?
It's Dan Kelly.
It is.
And friends.
It is, yeah. Got Shane Daly, James Glenister, Dan Gould, Charlie Cole, Spencer Shinner there as well.
Yep. Oh, and there's Tom Adams and Dan Kelly. And Tom Adams, on 2018 British champion Dan Kelly, at the inside. Take that, son.
Don't mind if I do.
That will put Tom back into 9th place. Kelly, who's got a couple of war wounds on the front of his kart, and he did have a warning flag earlier on, but Kelly's back to 10th, and Daly 11th, Glenn is the 12th, Gould is there in 13th, and Charlie Cole in the red and white Birol ART kart, just going through your screen there. The back of this group in 14th. You've seen Shinner and Halliday are next in line. Now, Caden McQueen has dropped back to 18th place. I think Caden very strong at the front. Now Jack Doohan on Miles Murphy. Now, of course, I mean, Miles Murphy's probably Jack Doohan's a potential client of mine.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to go to? Oh, there you go.
I'll take the commission for your next crash helmet.
Yes.
But he's thinking, if I defend and have him off, then I'm never going to get his job. Never get his work. But here comes, here's Doohan. Crossover move going uphill. And Doohan up over the back end of Miles Murphy's cut. It's a piggyback around there. And still Murphy defending. I think Miles Murphy's thinking, well, I've got about 4 or 5 Formula 1 drivers on my books, so I don't need one more. I don't need a potential future Formula 1 driver. But Doohan has got the bit between his teeth, and that was at over 80 miles an hour. He tried the crossover move there, and he's giving Miles a little bit of a hurry up there, and he's backed them up, and now Doohan's got a problem. Miles Murphy's the one with the problem. Murphy on the outside now at turn number 1. Doohan runs him wide. Doohan runs him wide through turn number 1, and that's cost Murphy. I think Murphy's got a problem, and Jack Doohan loses a place as well. We've got to checkered flag. What happened there? That was after the checkered flag. So the last lap, Doohan, bit of afters there. Ushijima takes the win from Morgan Porter with Charlie Turner in 3rd, Derek Morgan in 4th, Bradley Barrett 5th, Joe Charlton in 6th. The battle we watched, the checkered flag at the end of the race, there was a battle for 7th place. Miles Murphy took it with Jack Doohan in 8th. Then Adams in 9th, Kelly 10th, Daly 11th, Glennis 12th, Gould 13th, Charlie Cole was 14th, and then Spencer Shinner in 50th. Apologies if I missed the actual checkered flag coming out there. I don't think we caught the winners crossing the start-finish line. So I was getting too engrossed in the battle, the rather tasty battle of a 7th place between Miles Murphy and Jack Doohan. So one of our 4 guest drivers, Reece Ushijima, takes the race win. Now, for those of you that like a statistic, and as you all know, I love a good statistic, Reece now becomes just the 2nd non-British born driver to win a round of the British Championships in KZ2. The first, Fabian Federer, back in 2019, who won the 2 opening rounds at Rissington for the SRP racing team. Fabian, as you know, is French or Swiss or Italian. One of those 3. I'll check. But Reece Ushijima representing the USA. Said I think his dad is Japanese and his mum is American. And there is poor old Hannah Lang, who is having to just get her cart back to... Oh no, these KZ2 carts, they're heavy once you've got to get them going. She is just pushing her cart back onto the track. The MK Racing team out of luck in this one. Stefan Bostanijevic finished 21st, a couple of laps down. Rafael Villagomez was 17th. The Mexican driver, Jack Doohan, our Australian driver, 8th. And of course, Reece Ushijima, the American, P1. Oh yeah. Hannah Lang just told the boss what the problem was, and you can see the shrug of the shoulder. Oh, not again. Oh, helpful Marshall. Probably underestimating how much the back end of that KZ2 kart weighs. But saying, oh, it was going really well until it wasn't going. But Hannah Lang has been in the KZ2 gearbox class for a good 6 or 7 seasons now. She's a very experienced driver at this level of karting, and again, the podiums will come eventually. The Formula K chassis, it does work. Sam Ward's proved that this year, and Hannah has been one of the longest serving members of the KZ2 British Championship community. And there is just a brief look at Dayton Coulthard's motorhome, or it's this little race truck with a viewing gantry on the top of it. We've got 2 races to go, ladies and gentlemen. The first of them will be Junior X30. But before we get to that, Anthony Jordan is down in the paddock with our KZ2 winner.
Thank you very much, Henry. Yes, again, another fabulous race for the KZ2s here around Glanigors. Reece Ushijima, you were invited back as a guest. You weren't supposed to win the damn race.
Yeah, no, I mean, it started out as a bit of training, you know, doing the shifter stuff. But, you know, I'm really fortunate to be able to come back and, you know, give the team a good result. You know, I've been working with them for 4 years. You know, and to finally win a British Championship round is something special. Well,
it's a good welcome back to the championship, of course, because when was the last year you raced in this championship?
2019.
Yeah, so not that long ago. So a nice welcome back, and coming back to Wales, and your first time here as well.
Yeah, 100%. I really like the track. It was a bit of a trip to get up here, but I really enjoyed the weekend here, and you know, I'm glad it didn't rain. But you know, I'm really thankful to all the team involved. You know, Piers taught me from the ground up, and you know, I'm glad to be able to give them something back.
No, brilliant stuff. And like I say, it's great preparation, isn't it, for the racing? You know, it's just something that a lot of drivers want to come back to and enjoy, isn't it? But anyone you'd like to thank for this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, of course, Piers Sexton, man who taught me everything. You know, my parents, they're back home watching, but everyone involved, Scott, all the mechanics I've had all the years, and everyone who's been involved in the process. So thank you very much.
Congratulations, Reece Ushijima. Well done.
Thank you.
Excellent. Let's have a chat with our second place man, Morgan Porter. Morgan, come on in. Now, Morgan, we had a quick chat just before we came to this interview. I was saying, oh, is it more the tyres? But you were like, nah, it's a bit of everything, really, isn't it?
Well, obviously I would have liked to finish the first heat, but an incident caused me to not finish it. But yeah, so I suppose 10 laps diff, I don't know if there's a lot in it really, but I still had to make my way through, and I'm really happy. Starting 10th definitely wasn't easy, but picked them off one by one.
Well, it's bumped you up in the points a little bit more as well, going for the rest of the season. Are we feeling confident going into the next round?
Definitely. The pace that we've got in the race is very, very strong, so I'm looking forward to Rissington.
Like I say, the Kart Republic chassis is looking strong, really, around most circuits. So is it working well for you?
No, it's definitely working well. Works like a treat, really. It's one of those karts that just works the tyre in the right way and turns it on the right point for me, where I was able to settle in and just get my rhythm going, and that was it. Yep.
Oh, well, brilliant stuff. Anyone you'd like to thank?
Tom at More Racing and my dad and the Spanners.
Excellent. We'll have some more of that, won't we? There we go. Did you see what I did there?
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah, good man. Good. Well done. Well done. Second place man there, Morgan Porter. Let's get Charlie Turner in. Charlie, again, a tough weekend, but still another podium. Was it nice to race with some Formula 3 drivers out there, though?
To be honest, they're just other drivers to me, if I'm honest. But of course, it's nice to race against them and learn a lot from them as well, to be honest. But I think third was the best we could manage today. We've not really had the pace, to be honest with you, all weekend. The track didn't suit our kart. But I'm pleased to come away with a podium. Obviously, solid points for the championship, and obviously we'll take a view for Rissington.
Yeah, I'd say you're still leading the championship, so you're still comfortable in that point of view. But like you say, it's just racing for you, isn't it? You're here to enjoy yourself, and that's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Just keep enjoying myself and obviously keep hoping to get top 3 every time. That's the main goal. But like I said, we just didn't really have the pace in the final. I had a good start, got into the lead and lost to second. Then towards the end, the car just became a bit of a handful to drive. And then obviously Porter missed a race in the first one. Again, he had fresher tyres going to that one. It was hard. I was expecting him at some point to come past me, but no, he got past me, and I thought in the end there was a bit of a gap for fourth, and I thought I'll just take third and take the points.
Yeah, definitely so. It's been an absolutely fantastic race and a fantastic track to race at as well. I mean, it's tough. It's very easy to probably miss a gear around here as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, multiple times. I missed so many gear changes around this place, but it's a really nice track to drive around, really nice scenery. But yeah, no, my main focus now is focus on Rissington and obviously Kim Bolton.
No, brilliant stuff. Anyone you'd like to thank?
Everyone at Rush Performance, Brian Rush, team manager, Ollie for being a great mechanic, and my dad for a great job of track support.
Well done. Charlie Turner, third place. Congratulations.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Now we move on to the KZ2 podium presentation for the third round of their British Championship season. Firstly, I have to say a big thank you to Pierce Saxton Racing for providing the karts for our 4 guest drivers, and as you're about to find out, one of them didn't do half bad. So finishing in third place, the championship leader coming into the round for Rush Performance, it's Charlie Turner. You don't need any help putting your cap on, Charlie. There you go. Well done. Finishing in second position from about 10th on the grid. He just ran out of time before catching the leader, but it's his first podium in his KZ2 career for More Racing, Morgan Porter. Oh, oops. Well then now, I'm very sure that in the illustrious career of this next driver that has taken him all over the world in terms of racing and will probably take him a lot further, getting a winner's trophy at Glenagorse is going to be one of his lifetime highlights. Representing Team USA for Pierce Saxton Racing, it's Reece Ushijima and his mechanic Scott Gollings. Hello. Hey, that's...
We didn't do that anyway, did we?
No, we weren't using that. Oh, wearing the medal of honour with pride, Scott with pride, you know. Best flip flop and motor racing driver tattoo arrangement. Who have we got on the? Who have we got there? We got Gilles Villeneuve. We got Kimmy. Is that right? There we go. Well done. Congratulations. Your KZ2 podium.
It's on his own, guys.
Oh.
Just a second. Can we just take one?
Whoa.
Oh, whoa. Mr. Walker hasn't said leave.
No, it was this one.
Oh.
It's a bit slow.
Right. Right, carry on. Well done, congratulations. And for our guest drivers, the best of luck with the rest of the season. Thank you very much for joining us here at the British Kart Championship this weekend. Oh, come on, get Piers in.